Merry Christmas, folks. I hope y'all having a good day today. And now it's time to go over my top Motu figure for 2024. Whether it be Mutated Merman, She-Ra, or Sky Clone, I'm not telling until the end of the video, but I am pleased to say that I have some guests right here that would like to share their top figure for 2024. And to start things off, I have my very good friend, Mad Hatter, here to share his pick.
Hello, everybody. My name is Mad Hatter. Well, not really, but that's what I go by. And I wanted to make a video today for my buddy here. Ever since the Flipboard campaign took off, okay, lots of phone calls to my agent saying, hey, can you be part of this? Can you be part of that? All right, let's face it, it's kind of taken over the world. But this person I'm making a video for is a very special guy, okay? I get YouTubers all the time saying, can you make a video for me? But I wanted to make a personalized video for this guy right here because he's one of my favorites. This video's from my guy,
Mr. Homade.
And because I am a huge fan of his, I wanted to talk about my favorite Origins figure of the year, okay? So this video, custom video, again, custom video from my guy,
Mr. Homade.
And the favorite Origin figure, my favorite Origin figure of the year is, drum roll please, let me grab him right here because I got him, because of course he's my favorite. This guy right here, the Leatherhead Turtles of Grayskull Origins figure. Love this guy. I even made a song using him because I just thought he was so good. Very rare that a crossover figure sometimes is better than the original representation. In this case, this Leatherhead is freaking awesome, okay? He's got everything. He's got a tail. He's all nice and sexy, okay? So, Turtles of Grayskull Origins, it's an Origin style, okay? But it still counts, all right? And that is my top of the year, okay? So this video has been, again, for my buddy,
Mr. Homade.
Remember when I met that guy, all right? We talked, and I knew right away that he was somebody I was going to get along with, okay? That's a nice specific anecdote, okay? So thanks for inviting me. Yeah, have a great time. Merry Christmas, and I hope your channel, the
Mr. Homade
channel, succeeds. I know that it will because I know you, and again, this video is specifically for you. See ya.
My favorite Motu Origins figure of the year, I'm gonna have to say, is the Teela, the Cartoon Collections Teela. And I've said this on a couple different videos. The reason why is that up until now, you had the regular male buck that, and we've had a couple different ones, but the regular male buck that you could make infinite figures out of. For the females, you only ever had the one buck. You had Teela, and if you repainted it, it was Evil Ed. And then they did a completely different buck for Sorceress and a completely different one for She-Ra. Now they have a universal female buck. And that all started with the Cartoon Collections Teela. And I think this is going to lend us to getting a bunch of new female figures, which we're already seeing in new Catra that's coming out, the new Frosta that's coming out. I think that's the best one this year. If I have to go, my favorite, like, overall figure, not Mattel released, well then there's gonna be a different answer. If we're talking my favorite overall, it's gonna be Battle Armor Phony and Battle Armor Figure with the VAC Metal. But I might be a little biased on these. Anyway, back to you.
Hey guys, Rob here with Masters of the Mini Comics. Thank you, Mr. Home Arcade, for inviting me to say what my favorite toy of the year was for 2024. Before I reveal it, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and everyone, I hope you have a great holiday season. Here it is. Here's my pick for the #1 toy of 2024, in my opinion, of the Origins line. I'm going to pick Fangor. That's right, Fangor, man. This bad boy is one of the coolest toys I've ever owned, really, especially at this scale, man. Look at this thing. This figure is really awesome. I absolutely love the design of it. Just has everything that you can ask for in an action figure. Great paint scheme, great skin design, awesome face. I mean, this dude is really, really cool. So anyways, there it is. There's my pick. Fangor, you're the winner. And can't wait to see everybody else's pick. Talk to you guys soon, and stand by for more from Masters of the Mini Comics.
Hey, this is Elgin from the Cracktastic Plastic Podcast, here to do a top 5 toys for Masters of the Universe from this year. The ones that I love. These are my top 5 picks that include Turtles of Grayskull, Origins, and Cartoon Collection. My number 5 toy comes from the Origin series. It was a Mattel Creations exclusive. That's right, it's Extendar. And I picked him up because I love Extendar, and he looks pretty much like the vintage figure. Although it doesn't have quite the same action features, you can extend him out, which is awesome. And I have him up on Eternia playset, just like the picture of the box. My number 4 toy comes from the Turtles of Grayskull line. Of course, this was the deluxe pack. That's right, it's Two-Bop Steady, the Bebop Rocksteady combo, making like Too Bad. I love this Turtles of Grayskull line, probably my top line of 2024. But just combining those two guys who are always together and just having them as Too Bad, a version of Too Bad, is awesome. My number 3 toy comes from the Origins series, another Mattel Creations exclusive. That's right, it's Cyclone. I have him kind of posed how he is on the Eternia playset box. Of course, love him because he has that action feature that you can actually spin him around, and he does that, which is really awesome. And he looks pretty much like the figure with that lenticular sticker as well, lenticular sticker, and everything. And with this added Cyclone feature, it makes him an awesome version of this classic toy. My number 2 toy comes from the Turtles of Grayskull line. That's right, it's Krang with my android body. Basically a version of Megator with axe and his little mace, ball and chain mace. But it comes with a little Krang, which is awesome, and you can pull him out of that cage as well. So love this figure. Love that I actually have like a My Body android in the toy line, and having him with Krang is awesome. He looks super cool too. And my number 1 toy also comes from the Turtles of Grayskull line. That's right, it's Moss Man with all of his translucent plastic, and it just looks awesome. Love Moss Man anyway. Plus he comes with a little extra Venus flytrap head sculpt, but just all the translucent plastic that he has and all the extra stuff, and he looks awesome, and just love this character. And yeah, that's my number 1. Thank you to Mr. Motu for asking me to do this, and check out all of his stuff online as well, and subscribe. Talk to you guys later. Ciao.
Hey guys, Ken here from the Retro Toys Escapades channel in Malaysia. First of all, let me just give a shout out to Mr. Home Arcade, the always awesome Mr. Home Arcade, for inviting me onto the show to share my thoughts on my favorite Motu Origins action figure of 2024. I do remember sometime like about 2 years ago telling everybody to check out Mr. Home Arcade's channel. The videos never fail to crack me up, and every time I hear that voice of his, I can't help but think of the Insane Clown Posse from the 90s. You guys remember them? Now I have to say that when it comes to Motu Origins for 2024, it's been pretty tough, okay, because we've had some really great choices. Well, actually, not really, okay, because I'm not talking about the Turtles of Grayskull. I'm not talking about stuff like the cartoon collection. I'm just talking about the strictly vintage Motu Origins line that I was collecting since 2021, okay? That stuff. But ever since they decided to shift all of the Motu Origins stuff onto Mattel Creations for exclusive pre-order sales and distribution, it's like the focus on the line just started to slowly evaporate, and we'd be lucky if we get maybe about 3 or 4 figures in a year. And that, my friends, is some straight up bullshit. It is. Look guys, there was one particular figure that did stand out to me, and when it comes to my favorite Motu Origins figure for 2024, I guess it wasn't really that much of a stretch, and I'm talking about none other Then Extender. Extender was fantastic as he came with all new origin style tooling and articulation, but he also had a surprise twist as far as I was concerned. Now for the longest time, Mattel stopped including action features with their Origins line, and for figures that once had the ability to stretch parts of themselves, such as Mechanic, or through spring activation like with Ratlaw, they would now include these extension plugs instead. So you would have to manually attach these things onto the figure like so. What the? Okay, manually attach these things to recreate the effect, okay, just like that. Now some people were okay with it, some were not. Now I definitely was not. So I figured, sure, they would do the same thing with Extender as well. And true enough, while you could extend parts of him onto the vintage figure by just pulling them out, the new one now came with these plugs for you to attach on and recreate the effect. However, what I wasn't expecting was for them to still incorporate parts of the vintage action features as well. For instance, the neck still extends out when you pull at it like that. Check this out, okay? Pretty awesome, right? And so does the torso. The torso section now extends upwards when you pull at it. And check this out, okay? It even has articulation now. You can turn it from side to side, and this is something that the vintage figure could never do. So all in, Extender became one of the few figures that I felt featured an unexpected incorporation of both the vintage and modern day action features. So there you have it, guys, my personal choice for favorite Motu Origins action figure of 2025, and it's Extender. Guys, thanks for watching, happy holidays out there, and stay safe.
Hey, Mr. Home Arcade, it's Mike, aka Attorney of Royalty here. Thank you so much for having me on your video. You wanted me to tell you what my favorite Origins of 2024 is. Well, that would be Geldor. I really enjoy Geldor. I was lucky enough to meet Larry Houston, who was the creator of Geldor. Way back in the 80s, he was in that mini comic, The Secret Liquid of Life. Of course, I have my loose one as well. And yeah, I think Geldor, he's probably not the most popular pick. He's still available on Mattel Creations, which is one of the few Origins that is. But his backstory and learning about him through Larry Houston really made me like most anticipated figure probably I had for 2024. And I like the fact that he was modeled after Mr. T. I learned that. And then he was also modeled because, there needed more representation in Motu back then. And yeah, I really love this figure. I enjoy it. He's really just a badass little kind of warlord looking guy. So that would be my figure for 2024. Going forward, just to give you a little sneak peek, Rio Blast will probably be for 2025, coming up right around the corner. So I'm stoked. Thanks again for having me, Mr. Home Arcade. Hope you guys have a Merry Christmas. Take care.
Hey guys, Ostradamus Toys from Ostradamus Toys Clubhouse here. Mr. Home Arcade asked me to give you my list of top figures for Motu Origins 2024, so let's go ahead and dig in. First up on the list, we have Lord Grasp. Anybody that knows me knows the Snake Men are my favorite faction, so it's no surprise that this guy ended up here. He is a deep cut from the Classics line, and the fact that they were able to get him into Origins is amazing. Absolutely love this figure. Looks menacing. Something about the oversized claw. It's crazy, and I love it. Next up, we have Terror, another deep cut from Classics. So happy to have this guy in my collection, as I did miss out on collecting all of Classics. So it's really cool to make my Snake Men faction even larger with yet another man to fill the ranks. Next up on the list, however, is not a Snake Man, but another deep cut from the Classics collection with Demo Man. Concept creation come to life in Classics and now brought back into my collection through Origins. Absolutely love this creepy green dude, and he is definitely one of my favorite picks of 2024. After that, we're making our way back to the Snake Men with Viper. This guy has got to be one of the best head sculpts of any of the figures. The Eternia Vipor Tower brought to life as an actual character within Origins. It is great to see this guy as an actual thing. Not to mention the fact that he's wrapped in chains, which I just absolutely love. Menacing, brutal, one of my big top picks for 2024. Now, this next one is a bit of a surprise to anybody possibly who knows me, but it had to be my number one pick for 2024. The Demogorgon and Skeletor 2-pack. And the reason that I say this is my top pick is mostly due to that beautiful Skeletor figure. The more muted blue, the darker purple. This just resonates with that childhood Skeletor that I had back then. And I'm glad to have this variant of Skeletor in my collection. Not to mention that the Demogorgon is a pretty cool minion for him to have within his ranks. Now, as I said before, this is just my top picks. However, there were a lot of figures that came out this year that I have yet to pick up, but will find their way in my collection for 2025. But they were released this year. So let's go over a couple of those honorable mentions. First up, we have the other Stranger Things 2-pack with, again, He-Man and Vecna. Now, with Vecna, I think, again, it's another cool villain to bring into the Masters of the Universe Origins line. But what really sold me on this is that He-Man. I know at first I didn't actually care for his more muted tones. However, after they released the full version of him, I really think this is the best looking version of He-Man within the collection. The more silvery harness, sword, and shield look great. They really help pop the figure. The gold around his, gauntlets on his wrists and his belt really stand out in the line. The darker boots even, I really appreciate. And I cannot wait to add this 2-pack into my collection, but it will have to wait until after the new year. And another great honorable mention that came out this year that I will be adding into the collection after the new year is the Cringer Prince Adam from the cartoon collection of Origins. And this one, again, if you know me, you know why I picked it. They finally gave us an articulated Cringer for our collection, and I could not be happier. All right, folks, there you have it. My top picks for 2024 and then some. Anyway, guys, I hope you're having an amazing holiday season. I hope you got tons of Motu Origins to add to your collection this year, and can't wait for what we're going to get in 2025. Good journey, friends, and I'll see you next time.
Hi guys, Eyesonthescreen here. I got a question from the USA, and Mr. Homade asked me what my favorite figure in 2024 was, and I would say it's this guy here in the back. It's hard to see, but I have him here. It's Geldor. I really like him because as a kid I thought we're getting him in the vintage line, and that never happened. He was introduced in the mini comic in the 80s and never showed up in that line. So I was really pissed off a little bit in the 80s as a kid, because I wanted this guy so much, and now I had the chance to get him. Goodbye, Happy New Year.
We're bringing you our 2024 Motu Origins picks right now on Toy Habits Live.
And before we go live, smash that like button, turn on notifications, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss a beat.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Toy Habits. I'm Michael.
And I'm the Toy Sorceress. And you're kind of watching Toy Habits Live even though this is pre-recorded. How's it going, Michael?
I'm good. I'm good. We are so honored to be invited onto Mr. Home Arcade's channel to do a cameo to share our top figure for 2024. So I will start out with one of my favorite figures that I really enjoyed seeing come out in 2024. And this might surprise everyone, but it is actually Lord Grasp.
That's awesome. And Lord Grass has so much drama around him too, right? Just getting that figure.
Yes, the drama, but I think the reason why this figure is one of my top picks for 2024 because he was supposed to be the one of the figures that was kicking off the canceled Powers of Grayskull line in 87 and 88. So I'm super excited that they actually made this figure. And again, like it's a mashup of parts. I think they did a fantastic job. And you know, I'm very happy that we're getting some of the original Powers of Grayskull figures in the line. So this is why he made my top figure for 2024. What about you, Toy Sorceress? What's your pick?
Well, my top figure was going to be Mossy, but I realized he came out in 2023, so he had to make a little appearance. I love Mossy. So my top figure for 2024 is actually Cyclone. Cyclone is so incredible. I love his bright colors. You know, you can't go wrong with primary colors of red, blue, and yellow. And he has incredibly awesome tooling because they included his action feature. I mean, you know, to have him actually be able to spin, and why is he not spinning? To have him actually be able to spin. Oh, you know, I haven't spun him in so long that I forgot you got to lift his torso. I'm like, did I break him already? Anyway, I mean, you know, having his like amazing like spinning feature, and they included this in the Origins figure. Gosh, I feel so lame that I forgot you got to click him up.
All good.
But this is so cool. You know, he looks amazing. They gave him his little lenticular sticker, which looks great on here. Super, super cool. And then here's my closed version of him. His packaging was incredible.
Yes.
The artwork was amazing. And, you know, it was a Mattel Creations exclusive. So we get artwork all the way around. And of course, you know, the little cameo of the puppet from the Fright Zone, which is like the snake. So love that. And of course, we got Mossy trying to sneak in again into the zone here. And he's trying to get some attention. He's like, what about me?
Can't get away from Mossy.
Can't get away from that. So that is why Cyclone is my pick for 2024.
That's awesome. Oh my gosh, such a cool figure. And thank you again, Mr. Home Arcade, and can't wait to see what your picks are for your top figures of 2024.
What's up, people? Cobweb Collector here with you. I want to do a big shout out to Mr. Home Arcade. Reached out to me, asked me what my favorite Origins of 2024 was, so I hooked the homie up, make a quick little video for him. Yeah, I had a lot to choose from. Kind of going between some of the mutants, Turtles of Grayskull, the female figures from the cartoon collection, just look so awesome too. And then I'd go back to somebody that's been sitting on my table ever since I got him, keep pulling him out to play with, and that was Vipor. And he is just an amazing figure to me. The reason I'm picking him is I'm just loving the colors on him. Got these darker, duller colors, kind of 80s colors reminds me more of. Just got the great detail and sculpt to him. We got our articulated jaw, and just totally reminiscent of the Snake Tower that we get with the Eternia playset. I mean, man, it just looks like mama and baby next to each other. Just everything about him I just thought was so cool. Like I said, just the dollar 80 colors just look so great to me. We got like the cartoon collection right now with the brighter colors. I mean, a lot of Origins started out with brighter colors. They just really pop, but there's something about that darker look to me I just love. Just all the great detail, like I said, we get a little closer there on the face, all these scales and everything. Once again, that jaw on him, just perfect. The armor, you get the real chains and everything going with him. I mean, overall, I just think he was by far my favorite of the year. Awesome, awesome character. Yes, that was it for me. Vipor, my figure of the year. Just, to me, overall, awesome, awesome character. Look forward to seeing who else pops on here, see who their favorite character was, go through the comments later, check out your guys'. Once again, thank you, Mr. Home Arcade. Hope you enjoy, my brother.
What's up, everybody? It is Kenzo here. I was asked by Mr. Home Arcade, good friend, that he wanted me to throw out my top Origins figure, Origins / cartoon collection / 5.5 basically, figure of the year. And it took a little time. I'm surprised. I was kind of torn, and it really did kind of come down to a couple factors, and I'll go through them with you real quickly. So, number 4 came up, and I know we're not doing top 5 or whatever, but I'm just saying that the 4 that I had to choose from, that I picked from, the fact that we actually got a decent colored He-Man was part of one of my picks, and the reason why he was up there. The She-Ra, absolutely beautiful all the way around. That was another part of it. The fact that we have a Hordak, I cheated a little on my Hordak because I got a 3D printed part on the end of it to make it look a little better for myself. But ultimately, what I ended up doing, and I factored one other part in, the anticipation and the excitement when it was attained. Yes, it's been a little while, so that excitement has kind of gone down a little, and people might not, think about that. But my number 1 is going to be the Turtles of Grayskull Merman. I can't say enough about it. When we saw it for the first time, we lost our minds. And when I received it and I found it in the wild at Walmart, the excitement was just as much. And as it sits on my shelf over there with my turtles, it is the same every time I see it. So for me, the number 1 figure of the year in 2024 will be the Turtles of Grayskull Merman. Hope that helps, guys. Have a happy holidays and happy new year, and we'll see you next time.
Happy holidays, everybody. This is Ralph with Toy Stalker. Mr. Home Arcade is forcing me to do a video for you guys. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. He asked very nicely if I could share my favorite Motu Origins figure of 2024, and I was happy to do it. So here we go. The reason I picked this one is it's really fun. It's not so much how intense it is or the character itself, but my favorite's going to be Mikey as He-Man. Because, I mean, come on, look at that face. But seriously, it's really fun. It has a lot of personality. My daughter likes to play with my Origins figures, and when she saw this guy, she started cracking up, and that was really enough for me. So, favorite of 2024 has to be Mikey as He-Man from the Turtles of Grayskull line. And I'm done. I'm done. Happy holidays, everybody.
Oh, thank you there, Mr. Home Arcade, sir. Oh, and hello to you all. It's Aldor here, or the Master Toy Hunter. Oh, what's my favorite Motu Origins or cartoon collection for 2024? A tough decision there. There's been so many. First up, of course, was the fan favorite Orko. Yes, there he is. You can move him about and what have you, and he comes with a little base there that you can stand him on. So, it's very handy for making him move about and what have you.
Hey everybody, it's Jay. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas to everybody who celebrates it. My good friend Mr. Home Arcade asked me to submit this video for my best of the year for Masters of the Universe, and I thought, man, what a great time to do this. Of course, I am a huge Masters of the Universe fan, as many of you guys know, and I wanted to share with you my picks for 2024's Best of Masters of the Universe. Here we go, everybody. So we're going to do this a little bit differently, guys. I'm going to go with the Masters of the Universe Turtles of Grayskull collection up first, and I got to tell you, I was blown away by this brand new collection of Masters of the Universe. The crossovers are absolutely great. I mean, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Masters of the Universe, the connection is actually a lot closer than you might think. Some of you might not be aware of this, but the Masters of the Universe and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles actually have a shared legacy. One of the character designers who worked on them specifically for the toy designs was none other than Mark Taylor himself. So, having these two properties joining together to join one, I gotta tell you, it was pretty exciting to find out. So, without further ado, my pick for Master Universe Turtles of Grayskull is Michelangelo. I know he's not very popular right now with everybody, particularly for that mop on top of his head, but honestly, I gotta tell you, that to me was actually the standout feature for Michelangelo in this collection. I had an opportunity to speak with Freddie Williams II, who's actually doing many of the mini comics and is somewhat involved in the creation of this Master Universe Turtles of Grayskull line. And I asked him specifically if he was involved in making the decision that Michelangelo should have a mop head, very similar to what He-Man would be wearing. And he kind of did not give me any concrete answers, but I have a sneaking suspicion he had a little bit of a hand in it. Well guys, let's move on to the next category, which of course is going to be the cartoon collection. This of course being one of my favorite collections in the Master Universe. I have always wanted a Filmation style line of action figures for Master Universe, as it's my preferred style. I love the Filmation look for Master Universe. It really is the one that's nearest and dearest to my heart. My pick for the cartoon collection best of 2024 is Montana, everybody. Yes indeed. This particular character has always been one of my absolute favorites, but when I was a kid, I actually thought that Montana only had 2 legs. Much to my surprise, in the movie, Montana has 4 legs. When I saw that, I was like, what's going on? So I picked up my original Montana figure, and lo and behold, 4 legs. His 4 legs were actually attached, 2 each, molded into the character to save money. I could not believe it. I thought that was hilarious. When I first saw him in Master Universe Origins with 4 legs, I was blown away, and I absolutely loved it. It was incredible. And you can only imagine when I saw him with 4 specific legs, 2 of them being very, very different from the others, I thought this was a masterstroke. So, my favorite character of 2024 for the Master Universe Cartoon Collection is none other than Montana. So let's move on to the final category, which of course is Master Universe Origins Retro Collection. Well guys, here we go. The Master Universe Origins Retro Collection. I still have a hard time figuring that name out. It is going to be a very specific figure, which I'm not sure a lot of people are going to agree with my choice, but heck, I think it was an amazing character who really made a huge impact on Master Universe Origins when he was finally announced. My pick for 2024's Master Universe Origins Collection Figure of the Year goes to Modi the Mode Monster. Oh my gosh, guys, I had to pick Modi. I had to. When he was first announced as part of the Master Universe Eternia collection in terms of the stretch goals, he became an absolute rock star. Everybody was talking about this guy. Whether it was Geek Dad Life, our friends over at Toy Habits, myself, everybody was talking about this little guy, and it's no wonder. He's just absolutely adorable. And he came out of really just a sort of footnote. He was a tiny little moat monster that was actually inside, part of it sculpted inside of the moat, and now he's become this huge presence. People love Modi. As a matter of fact, I think a lot of people are hoping and dreaming and wishing that Modi actually might come in the regular edition collection, perhaps even as a cartoon collection figure, or maybe even as a Turtles of Grayskull figure. I think it'll be awesome to collect him in that way. That is my pick for 2024's Best of Master Universe. I want to thank my good friend, Mr. Homer Cade, for inviting me for this. Guys, once again, I hope you're all having a safe and happy holiday season. Merry Christmas to everybody who celebrates it. Good journey, everybody. Geek proud. Back to you, Mr. Homer Cade.
Hey everybody, it's Bill from Weird Fantastic Toy Adventures. Mr. Home Arcade asked me to come in and tell him what my favorite figure was from 2024 from either the Motu Origins line, the cartoon line, or the Turtles of Grayskull line. Well, I chose the cartoon line, and I chose a very special character that was part of a 2-pack. Yes, it came with Adam. My favorite character, my favorite figure from that line would be Cringer. I've been waiting for this figure for a long time. I wanted to have a Cringer in my collection. He comes with 2 heads. As you can see, this head has the little tooth sticking out and a little smile on his face. And the other one has the articulating jaw, so you can make him talk. Well, why is Cringer my favorite figure? Because he is perhaps the bravest character on the show. But wait, Bill, you say, he's not brave, he's always scared. Yeah, he's always scared. But he still does what he has to do in spite of his fear, which is the definition of bravery and courage. This is my favorite character. I've even made, as you can see rolling here, some stop motion videos using this character. Cringer is my favorite character of the 2024 cartoon line and also on the cartoon show itself. So there you go, folks. And remember, keep on collecting, stay fantastic, and we'll see you on Weird Fantastic Toy Adventures.
Thank you guys for sharing your opinions on the top pick, but now it's time to share mine. We got Skyclone. His ass is the top pick for 2024. And I'm going to tell you why right now. Just like I said in my Origins Top 5 video, he goes over everything that there is to offer in a perfect Motu Origins figure. He represents the vintage one perfectly. They gave his ass a ton of accessories, and the special play feature works flawlessly. Look at those two wind tunnel pieces right there. The shield, the extra piece on the back. Skeletor ain't too happy with the pick. He probably would have wanted a bad guy, but oh well. The Skyclone is my #1 pick. Some of y'all might be shocked. Some of y'all might not be. But I am very pleased with this Skyclone figure. And I know I'm saying his name wrong, but I don't give a shit. I love me some Skyclone, and I highly recommend his ass. If you don't got him, you should grab him. Look at this shit, folks. This Skyclone can do that special play feature so perfect. I love that shit. And it just pops together when you're done. That's what it should be. Mattel finally blessed us with a perfect figure, and it's Skyclone. I can't wait to see what's coming in 2025, but I would like to thank y'all for taking the time to watch this video. Merry Christmas. Thanks for watching, folks. And if you like what you saw, do my ass a favor and drop me a like. Subscribe to the channel while you're at it. It ain't gonna hurt you, is it? Come on now. Go ahead and hit the button. I know you have to hit the button. Hit that goddamn button, drop a like. All right, I'm out of here.